This video is about my book I'm selling on Amazon called New York City, Your Way. This guide is for people new to New York City subway travel who want to spend a week or so seeing the sights. Many thanks to my good friends Bobby and Emilio. They joined my wife and I in New York City for a week. We had such a great time. You see all sorts of ads for New York City bus tours. I love the hop-on, hop-off buses in Washington, D.C. I just don't think they're a good idea in New York City. New York City's traffic jams are legendary, and the gridlock is normal. You really don't want to be stuck on a crowded bus, straining to listen to a tiny garbled speaker 20 feet away. Do what the New Yorkers all do. Use the subway. You can familiarize yourself with the subway system by choosing where you stay to begin with. We stayed at a vacation rental by owner, or VRBO, in Brooklyn. You can check out on the map beforehand where the stations are and the various VRBOs. Ours was within walking distance of several subway stations. I've included in my book instructions on how to navigate the subway system, and I've included addresses to the major sites so that you can use your cell phone to navigate to them. I've also included a brief description of the sites of interest and numerous photos. Don't be intimidated. There are no parking spaces for cars, even if you could drive one across town. The subway system is clean, safe, and so much more efficient than buses. This is a way to see the city your way. What you want to see, when you want to see it. If you get lost, just ask a subway guard or one of the many children using the system. Everyone will help you. I suggest that you start out with a cruise around the island of Manhattan. This will orient you to the city and give you some great distance views. The cruise included the Statue of Liberty as well. Numerous sites in Lower Manhattan are within hiking distance of each other. So get a comfortable pair of walking shoes to take with you. We took the free Staten Island ferry that gives you more views of the Statue of Liberty. Because we'd seen so much of the Statue of Liberty and had little desire to see Ellis Island, we skipped the ever-popular as well as crowded and lengthy ferry tours out of Battery Park. While in Lower Manhattan, we walked to the Federal Hall, New York Stock Exchange, Trinity Church, that's where Alexander Hamilton is buried, as well as the National Museum of American Indians within the Alexander Hamilton U.S. Customs House. The Charging Bull is near there, not in front of the New York Stock Exchange. And we went to the old Francis Tavern, Other things we're seeing in Lower Manhattan include the Museum of Jewish Heritage, Freedom Tower, and the Irish Hunger Memorial. A lady named Karen also offers worthwhile walking tours. You can rent bikes to ride on the Manhattan Waterfront Greenway bike path. That travels a long way around the island. You can even go over to the UN building on the path. The Brooklyn Heights Promenade and Brooklyn Bridge Park are just across the river from Lower Manhattan. They have beautiful views of Manhattan, and it's well worth the trip over there. We thoroughly enjoyed walking over the Brooklyn Bridge to get back over to Manhattan. The amount of time people spend at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum varies from person to person. It can be a very short time or many hours. Like the Arizona Memorial, this experience leaves you somber with an appreciation of the serious nature of the attack that took place. You'll need to lighten things up after that. Maybe these two can conjure up some tomfoolery and move us on to the Midtown. There's also an abundance of attractions up north of Lower Manhattan and Midtown. You see glimpses of the Empire State Building when visiting other sites. While there is an observatory, the wait to get to the top of the Empire State Building is usually many hours. The top of the rock above the Rockefeller Center also offers extraordinary views, and you arrange for your trip time ahead so you can schedule when to be there. The night views are incredible. However, photography through the protective glass panels is very difficult. You might want to ask your photographic friends for their ideas before you go up there. The rink at the Rockefeller Center is worth a look, and there are lots of interesting crafts for sale on the street. Times Square is close and buzzes with activity. While police keep the criminal elements at bay, don't invite trouble. The Diamond District and St. Paul's Cathedral are also nearby, as is the Mid-Manhattan, New York Public Library. You should go inside that. The inside of the library has amazing examples of Beaux Arts architecture, extraordinarily beautiful. Grand Central Station, within walking distance, is also an example of Beaux Arts architecture. You should plan on the plays you want to see before you arrive, as there will be many, many choices, and you may need to book early or on a particular day. Sadly, we didn't get picked for any of the free late-night comedy shows. Central Park offers another opportunity to rent bikes and cruise. And the evening club scene offers an endless variety of venues. We saw an up-and-coming guitarist at the Iridium. He was wonderful. We had a great time and hope to return soon. If you like what you've seen, maybe you'll give my book a try. Thanks for watching.